So today I'm going to be making a wooden tray. I'm going to be using soft maple. And so what I'm doing here is I'm taking this rough piece of lumber and I'm jointing the edge of it. And as you can see right there, it's got some bad pieces of wood that I'm taking measurements so I can get that cut off. And I need to resaw this wood in half. So I'm using the table saw to resaw. And now I'm going to joint the faces on those two pieces. And now I'm running them in the planer to get them to the same thickness. And now I'm using my miter saw to cut them to length. And now I'm going to glue those pieces together to make a larger panel. And it's actually going to end up being 3 pieces instead of the 2 that you saw me do. And using the glue here and wooden dowels. And you can see there that I didn't line up my dowel jig right, so at the end of the day I made the tray a little bit lighter. And using my table saw here to cut it down. And I'm trying to sharpen up my skills on the hand tool, so here I'm just planing the boards even. And I'm using some black carbon paper here, and I'm going to trace this out. And as you can see, I got this facing the wrong way, and luckily I just barely got into tracing when I realized the issue right here. So I'm going to take that off and sand that down again, and now I've got it taped down the proper way. And I'm just going to trace all this out. And now I'm just going to fill all this in, and this will make it easier when I use the router to route all the letters out. And that's what I'm doing here. And this is sped up quite a bit. This probably took me a good hour. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use spray paint to blacken these letters. So I'm just kind of taping off the parts that I don't want to get the black paint on. It'll make it easier later. And once again, I'm going to use my hand plane to get the black paint off of the parts that I don't want to be black. And sanding. Now here I want to add some battens on the bottom to keep the board from cupping or twisting. So I'm using the dovetail router bit for this, and here I'm putting the sliding dovetails on this board, and I went ahead and did both sides. So what I'll do is take it over to the table saw and I will cut that out. And this will actually serve double duty. It not only will it be the battens, but they'll also basically be the feet of the tray. And just putting a little slight round over. And also doing a round over on the tray itself. And in hindsight, I actually should have did that round over after I stuck these battens and glued them in. And cutting the battens down to the proper length and gluing the battens in. Here I'm doing the router to get the juice groove. And this Cove router bit left a lot of wood burning, so I'll probably sand it for a good 2 hours in this area right here. And I was actually quite surprised at how well that turned out. Got all the burn marks off. And now I'm just putting some clear coat on the front and the back. And now we have the finished product. And I also want to point out that I left some of the black paint on the board itself. I felt like that would kind of give it like an old antique-ish kind of look. Let me know in the comments if you think I should have sanded that all the way off, just leaving the letters black, or like it is now.